Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's Coach Melvy. Yep, I'm silly. Um, Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? This is an impromptu. It's a fireside chat. Welcome to the Healing Factor with me. I don't have any speakers as of yet, but I'm starting this off today because I wanted to get you all used to seeing me. I haven't been in the group. I've been doing so much right now. I've been doing a lot right now. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to adjust my volumes on my phone so they don't interrupt while I'm talking to you. You know, you usually try to have all this done before you get online or go live or do anything, but I'm here. I am here and I'm glad to be here with you all. Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who comes in the group and asks, answers the questions, and participates. Because I always say this group isn't about me always. This group is about us. This group is about women encouraging, empowering, edifying, uplifting, strengthening um, other sisters. And that's why it's called Sisters Rising Together. We're supposed to be doing this together, and a lot of people have been invited into this group, but everyone's quiet. So I am checking in with you all now. See, I'm taking my volume down now. I just want to make sure I was on live. And so many things I'm trying to get acquainted with. I've done live stream before, but I'm still trying to get familiar with it because I'm still pretty much new to it. But in the meantime, I wanted to say that I had some questions on here or some topics that I wanted to discuss. Now, just so you know, since we don't have anyone else on here right now, I want to let you all know. I want to let you all know that um my thoughts are my thoughts. Everyone has different thoughts, and that's why the camaraderie between us all is very important because we get to kind of view things from someone else's viewpoint because of what their experiences have been. So just because I put something out doesn't necessarily mean that I'm completely correct. It's just another viewpoint to try to understand, oh, well, you know what, maybe that could be something like that. You know, in life, I've learned, especially in my most recent coaching class that I'm currently still in, is it's not so much that it's right or wrong. It's more of there's another way. And I firmly believe that. And that has also helped me to be able to take in more information, especially on my own personal healing journey. That's another reason this group is open. It's about healing. And so I pulled up some topics that we could talk about. One of them I remember that I saw, I'm trying to remember what it was. It'll come to me, but it hasn't come to me yet. So, what are some of the questions I want to talk about? Matter of fact, what do I want you to talk about? I'm going to also pull up back my YouTube group, but I want to bring up some of the topics as well that I want to discuss with you all. And I start off general because it's a way for us to get to know each other. You know, I feel like if we have a chance to get to know each other, you know, kind of break the ice, laugh, and, you know, find some things that aren't so serious, that when we do have a serious topic we want to talk about, it'll be easier. And then there's the volume for that. So I want to turn the volume off of that, but I'm scared if I turn the volume down on that, you won't hear me. Ouch! You won't hear me talk. So I don't know why this is giving me the reminder now. It's telling me to be ready to start a live video at 7 p.m. It's 7:05. Hee hee. So, what are some of the topics that I want to talk about? Mainly about women topics, okay? Um, Good question. What is it you look for and need in your friendships? That's a really good topic. And I would have to say that over the years, I would literally have to say that over the years, with me, friendship has changed. You know, especially the older you get, a lot of the things that you used to do when you're a child change when you become a teenager, change when you become a young adult, and then change when you become middle age or whatever. Um, it has changed. You know, I now remember some of the things that my dad used to tell me as a child that I thought it was being mean or something, but I understand why, because there are some things you start to, did I really need that? Was that really important in my life for me to have? You really think about those things. So, what do you look for in friendships? I don't know what I just did. I look for truth, honesty. As a matter of fact, all of us, if you want to know the truth about it, you can tell when it's being a truthful relationship. You can tell when it's truthful. You can tell when it's being awkward. You can tell when that person's energy is not right. You can tell. And I feel like in any friendship, we should be able to have the conversation with each other and hear each other out when we feel that the other person not so much as offended, or maybe have offended, or maybe if we see that person going off the rails, put it like that. If they're going off the rails and you're like, maybe you should consider doing something differently. That way that situation won't happen again. And some people feel like the kind of friendships they want you to just agree with everything that they're doing. Yeah, girl. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree with you too. And I think that that's a false friendship, because you're actually enabling that person to do some of the things that possibly could hurt them in the end, or hurt them or someone else in the end of it, depending on what their actions are. So I feel like being honest and truthful goes both ways. And if you have a friend and you call someone your friend, then that person should be able to speak into your life to encourage you to be the best person you could possibly be. So I believe that that also goes hand in hand. I'm trying to turn my volumes down again. With sisterhood. So that's why I want to make sure that this is a safe place, because in my healing group, in my women's healing groups, I create a safe space. I create a space where the masks come down. And the one thing I've noticed about women is women do not talk. We're so, I want to say, we can be so jaded to where we're in a group, we'll look and see what it's talking about or hear, and we will not say a word. We'll just be like this. And we won't say anything. So it's like, I feel like you're not getting anything out of it unless you can participate, or you can talk to someone, or you can give your comments about something. But most people, a lot of women don't do that. And I think that in any women, I feel like if you're going to be in any women's group, you should talk. This is your group. You should have a voice, even if everyone doesn't agree with you, but at least you should know that your opinion counts. Your opinion matters. Nothing should ever stop you from not saying how you feel. And that's honest to goodness truth. you know how do you feel about that? What do you feel? Place in the comments below. Say something. Let us know. Let me know. What is your how do you feel about friendships? What would be your actual um take on friendship? What do you think that should look like for you? Yeah, what do you look for when you in your needs and friendships? I think that's a really good question. So that's why I put it out there, because I feel like it should also line up with sisterhood. We should be real. If we're going to be, say we're a sisterhood, then we should be able to speak into each other's lives. We should be able to be honest with each other. We should be able to be truthful with each other, but we should also do it in love. we should also do it in a way to where if we do have to speak in someone's life, that they're receiving what we're saying. I think if you're going to allow someone to be your sister, or you're going to call them your sister, then you should allow them that leeway, as well as much as you want to do it in their lives. Not predict or tell a story or create a story for them to believe that something could possibly happen in their life, but help them to see maybe some past actions or whatever and whatnot, that maybe they could consider changing them. So that's what I really look for in friendships. What is another question? I'm going to be in here for like 30 minutes. So if you have some comments to post, if you see this video later on, I know it is Friday evening and a lot of people do a lot of things. It's summertime. People go hang out, eat dinner, have family time. It is okay with me. I'm fine with that. I'm going to pick a day or time, which I don't ever think is going to, be a good time simply because we're all in different states. We're all on different time zones, and it's not easy to always be together on this. So I want to be sure that when you're watching this video, if you're watching it late, I want you to make sure you post your comments in there. Post your comments and let me know your thoughts. And also, if you would like to be on the show with me, please comment below. It would be wonderful to have someone to chat with and to see how many other lovely faces we have out there that would like to share their story. And that's another thing women do not do very well. They don't want to talk. But one thing I will tell you, and I had to learn myself, is that by telling your story of your healing, that's how you heal. That's how you get past it. Even just telling your story before you've healed, in the midst of the process, or even before you started it, talking about it, getting it out is the healing process. So I really want to share that with you, letting you know, if you come on here and you feel like one day you want to open up and talk about your story, you want to come on here, this video right here, it's only in the group. And I've made sure that the group is private. I've made sure that only people that can see this video are those that are in here. I made sure that this is a safe space. I want you to understand that 100%. This is a safe space where you're surrounded by a lot of wonderful women. I mean, you have women on here from Angola. You have women on here from the UK. You have women on here from, Lord have mercy. Let's just say globally, literally. Africa, couple countries in Africa, and also throughout the United States. So, and these women are wonderful. I met a lot of them in a group I was a part of, and I am blessed to have been part of that group for the time that I was, because I met some really wonderful people, and they're encouraging and they all help you. We have some wonderful people in here, and I want you to be encouraged to find out what it is you like to do, what it is you want to do in your life, what it is that you feel like you need healing from. Be able to speak on that and come into who you truly are. So next question, we have about 15 more minutes. Let me see. There was the one thing I saw about boundaries. That was one. Help boundaries. How do you guys feel about boundaries? What do you consider healthy boundaries? What is a healthy boundary to you? For me, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I never really said I had boundaries, but I never spoke on them before my healing, before I came into myself. Had some, but they came out in anger. I hit my arm and don't remember how. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I don't know why I did that. I came into myself and then I found my voice. Boundaries for me are, you want to make sure that your boundaries, on one thing, are healthy. Healthy boundaries are really, really important. You can set up boundaries, but you want to try to make sure at least they're healthy boundaries, because you can do it in anger and that doesn't help anything. That doesn't help anyone, not them or yourself, because some people don't know why you set up the boundary. Sometimes you may have to set up the boundary and not tell anyone, unfortunately. It's good if you can set up a healthy boundary. Um, for me, I just feel like you have to protect your energy. You have to know, excuse me, when to be around certain people and when not to be around certain people. You have to understand that certain conversations will upset your spirit. And that's okay. Is that to say that that person is bad? It just means that you're in a different space. And I realized that one time when I was having a conversation about, I was actually looking at a video from TikTok. And of course, and I'll tell you the story of how, you can read the energy off the wall. Now, so this is what happened. This is to prove how this is going to prove to you how judgmental we can become of each other, and also something that we see very judgmental. And I can go deeper into it, but I'm going to just try to touch it on, surface level. But this is the video, the TikTok. Okay, if you guys remember, did we just about there was in the news about the submarine the submarine issue with those men that they got lost out in the sea, and when they did find them, they found the submarine had imploded. So basically, they were killed. Excuse me, I need some water. Third chakra is screaming at me, and sometimes when I'm talking and it starts to do that, and I'm going, okay, what do I need to say? Or what am I not saying? Or am I supposed to be being quiet? I haven't figured that out yet. Still working on it. Learning to listen to source. So, okay, video. See, I had squirrel brain. Anyway, so you remember the video or on the news about the man that got killed in the submarine. Very unfortunate. But you guys know human race, and I'm not even talking about any particular race, but just the human race, period. And there are a lot of meme videos out, meme videos that we will use for anything and try to make a joke out of it. Now, unfortunately, we don't understand how some people use grief to deal with some things. And then at the same time, some people take bad situations and unfortunately make them funny. So again, I preempt this with, it was a very bad situation initially. It was just all around. It was a bad situation. What happened to those men? It could have been prepared better. And that's all I can say about it. And that's as far as I'm going to go with this. So now you have another group of people. There's a meme out there with this little boy. Now, kids repeat what adults say. Kids repeat what adults say all the time. So this one particular video meme of a little boy, you can tell he's sitting in the car, probably in the back seat of the car. And I'm gonna say what he said in the meme. And then I'm gonna tell you what the TikTok video is about. So this is a meme that I know I've seen before somewhere. And there's a little boy sitting in the back of the car, and all of a sudden he goes, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And it's a little kid. So he's had to hear this from someone. So the video someone created, and it's showing a submarine kind of on the top of the water a little bit, just kind of like surfacing just a little bit. You can see the top of it, but not the whole submarine. And it's kind of floating and getting ready to go down into the water. While you're seeing this, it's not that particular submarine though. While you're seeing this, you're hearing this woman who has like an accent almost, I think. And she's saying, come take a cruise with us on a submarine down to the waters and visit. And then all of a sudden, it snaps over to the little boy. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. So, of course, I bust out laughing. I was like, yeah, that part. Because no, it was tragic. It was very tragic. But again, personally, I feel that there are some things that could have been done differently or better before they took that ship down there. Am I judging them? No. I just feel like it could have been better. But those of us who see situations like that, and then, if someone were to decide to have another cruise like that to take place, what would you say in your head as well? You say the same exact thing, because when you saw the beam like that, that's the first thing you were thinking. It was just a little kid that said it. So I just happened to show it to someone. And they literally, because it was a little kid that said it, they got highly offended. It was like, well, they shouldn't have been creating no mess like that anyway, because he's a little boy. He had no business saying anything like that. It was a meme. And yes, he probably shouldn't have been saying that, but as an adult has had to say that, and he said that around them. So the fact that they videotaped the little kids saying that, who are we to dictate how people, who are we to dictate how someone disciplines their child? So now, going back to what I was saying, healthy boundaries. You got to watch that, because some people, you got to be careful who you can be around with, and they don't judge not only what you try to show them, just to maybe break the ice and, help you laugh a little bit, but become judgmental of you, you're thinking something like that. It's okay. I'm going to say something that a lot of people might not agree with and might not even understand, but because I'm on a different level, I get it. Words are words. Words do hurt. And there are some words we probably shouldn't say. We really don't have to say. Kids understand words a lot more than we think they do, because the way the little boy said it, he he meant it. So he's seen someone say that. So before we get mad at the parents, we don't know how they're raising that child. We don't know. That doesn't mean that child is bad. It does not mean that. So we have to set boundaries on what we do around other people, and be careful about that, because unfortunately this is a very judgmental society. And even if you're just doing something harmless, you have to watch that. So boundaries, what kind of boundaries would I put up? I would be careful of who I'm around, who I'm speaking with, who I feel like I can kind of be myself with. Eventually, hopefully the world will get to a point where we can be that way, but unfortunately right now we're not. But that's where it's headed toward. A lot of people don't think so, because there's so many things going on in the world that we're focusing on, and we don't understand that we are the creators of everything that happens preempt before that. That's another topic on another day. But again, boundaries. I feel like you should be able to speak into someone's life, again, with those boundaries. Being careful about so many different things, not being, let's break down the difference between boundaries and fear. Boundaries are helping you to figure out things that are healthy for yourself. You're doing it because you don't want to be around things that could cause you, what they say, birds of a feather flock together. So the one thing we don't want to do is continually be around people who could possibly cause us to slip, or cause us to have negative vibes about ourselves or them. But we also don't want to become judgmental. We don't want to be in fear. It's not saying that you're in fear of being around them. It's just that if you're not strong enough to be within that area around them, then you possibly shouldn't. If it's going to cause you to slip or become, different around certain people, healthy boundaries are for you personally. Fear is just being afraid to be around something because of, maybe it's a trigger, maybe they're a trigger, who knows, or it could be a fight or flight type of situation. They make you feel like is your life in danger, or whatever, something like that. So I just want to bring up those questions. And today, again, we have about 5 more minutes. So again, if you all would like to be on the session with me, I would love to have you here to talk about certain topics. Let me leave you with another topic. Let me see. I think this is a good one. So this last question I'm going to leave you with, and I want you to think about it. But you know what? While you're listening to this segment, I really would like you to post below in the comments and tell me what you think, what your thoughts are. Let's start a discussion on these things and start to wake up the group. I can't talk to myself. It's going to look real crazy. I'm just saying. Let me think about it. Hold on. What's one thing we talk about? I'm still looking for this question. I see one, but I'm not sure. Let me see. They got some good questions in here. Okay, let me go back to this one. And it was, where was it? I just had it. Okay. The question is, what's one form of self-expression you've been too hesitant to explore? Self-expression. I don't know. For me, I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe just using my voice. Then again, I can't tell because I'm always on here. So, I'm not sure yet as far as self-expression that I've been too hesitant to explore. That one I would have to think on. But I do encourage you to post in the comments after this video posts and let me know what you think. I really would love to hear about you. I really would love to have some conversations from all of you. Come on in the room. I had a pre-video for this, but yeah, I didn't have time to download it, so I have to put it on here and fix it. I'll have it on here next week. And in the meantime, I'm going to figure out what's a good day because, again, Fridays are hard. Some people can do it, some people can't. But then again, like I said, I don't know what day is going to be good. So please, if you have any more topics as well that you would like to discuss on here, let me know what they are. Post those in the comments as well. If you would like to be on the segment with me, please post in the comments below. If you would like to share your story of overcoming, please post in the comments below. This is a group of healing, supporting, and loving on one another. Sisters rising together. So this is the Health Factor with Coach Melvie, and my throat's still acting up. I don't know what you're telling me. I'm still not getting it because I'm talking. I'm using my voice. You're telling me to do this, and I'm doing it. Now But I will have some more topics next week. I also want you to bring up some topics. This is Coach Melvie signing off. I love you all. I hope this was interesting. Again, this was an impromptu. If you want me to have topics to bring that you can take notes, some people like to do that. That's what they do. I can do that as well. I'm versatile. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Love on someone. Bring a sister in. Invite her into the group. And let's get this thing started. Take care. God bless and be safe. Bye, everyone.